31 days of Halloween, I'm bringing you 31 movies to send chills down your spine. We're talking about The Conjuring, the first in a long universe of movies. 86% tomato meter, 83% popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes. This is not in IMDb's top 250. Directed by James Wan, the same director who directed Aquaman, Furious 7, Malignant, Insidious, Saw, and written by Chad and Carrie Hayes. This is a fantastic horror film. The budget for this movie was $20 million, but it grossed $320 million, making it one of the highest grossing horror films of all time. Not to mention launching the Conjuring universe, which is the highest grossing film series in the horror genre ever made. Based on real-life events from Ed and Lorraine Warren, this is the story of them helping the Perron family on their small farmhouse in Rhode Island. Although the movie's set in 1971, the story of the Perron family and all of their supernatural events took place over 10 years. This is a highly enjoyable horror film. Could not recommend it more, and not a lot of jump scares. There's a few, but this is a psychological horror film and done very well. I loved the cinematography for this movie. There's a lot of flipping the camera, there's a lot of spinning the camera, but it's all done very naturally and slow and not nauseating. It's the art direction. The cinematography is fantastic. The art direction itself, the red stairs have stuck in my mind since I first saw the movie. This is a very well put together movie, and the direction that they use is very nicely done. It's got a 70s aesthetic. It's based in 71, so the soundtrack is 70s music. However, there's only a couple 70s songs in the beginning, and then it goes to, of course, a creepy horror film score. They don't play much music on the farmhouse. Although it does suffer from a couple stereotypical horror tropes, the tropes are actually pretty believable. There is a redemption story of the cop who doesn't believe in any of these supernatural events that are happening, and after he starts to see things, he believes, and it feels believable. It's authentic. It's not overplayed. It's done really well. There's also a romance story between Ed and Lorraine that isn't dialogue dumping. It's not in your face. It slowly builds over time. It's a very natural progression and evolution through the story along with the movie. This is a great horror movie and one that will stick with you for quite a while after you watch it. After I watched it and took the dog for a walk, I felt eerie outside. It was night. I'm just kind of looking around. Like it's one that sticks with you. It was great to see Ron Livingston in something. I love Office Space, one of my favorite movies of all time. But he had a very underwhelming performance. His reactions were not believable. When the dog died, dog's dead. When his wife turned into a monster, she's a monster. It wasn't great performance by him. However, Lily Taylor put in a great performance. She stole the show. Our top 5 interesting facts for The Conjuring. Fact number 5, real-life Lorraine Warren has a cameo in the film. She is sitting in the front row at the lecture class that Lily Taylor's character goes and finds Edward and Lorraine Warren. Interesting fact number 4 about The Conjuring. This is James Wan's first film without his longtime friend, Lee Winnell. Both of them were friends for a long time. They did Saw together. They did Insidious together. They did Dead Silence together. This was the first one where they took separate paths, and to be fair, James Wan did Aquaman and Furious 7, and Winnell stepped behind the director chair and directed the 3rd chapter of the Insidious franchise. Interesting fact number 3 about The Conjuring. The family who owns the Perron house now sued almost everyone. They bought the house in 1987, almost 16 years after the Perron family moved in. And after the movie was released, they were inundated with tourists coming to see the house. They were constant trespassers. They were leaving behind satanic artifacts. There were online message boards trying to get everyone to burn the house to the ground. They were constantly harassed. They sued the studio. They sued James Wan. They sued everyone they could. The damages are untold. I couldn't find any information. If you can find anything, please leave a comment below. But they asked for a lump sum of money and an upgrade to their security system. The Conjuring, interesting fact number 2. Despite the portrayal of Ed and Lorraine Harris as a very happy marriage that God brought together for a reason, it might have been the devil that brought them together. It is alleged that Ed Warren had a 40-year-long extramarital relationship with a woman named Judith Penny, and that relationship started when she was 15 years old. There's a lengthy article by The Hollywood Reporter entitled War Over the Conjuring if you would like to follow up and read the rest of this story. I can't say factually if this is true. However, apparently Lorraine Warren's deal with New Line Cinema stipulated that it couldn't show X assault, it couldn't show X with minors, it couldn't show child porn, it couldn't show SA, which is a lot of weird stipulations to have about your life and the portrayal in a film that... Why would you think that that's what they're talking about? Kind of suspicious. If you want to read the article, go to the Hollywood Reporter article and read it. I read the whole thing and am a little disturbed. On to lighter things. Interesting fact number 1. This movie in the Philippines got some huge publicity. Catholic priests were asked to come into movie theaters before showings and bless the movie theater and asked to stick around afterwards to give psychological counseling to anyone that needed. Talk about great press. My retro recommendation for The Conjuring, 8 out of 10, must see. This is a great movie. I think it's fantastic. If you're scared of horror movies, this will scare the shit out of you. This is a great movie. As far as our Halloween scoring system, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 on the jump meter, a 3 out of 5 on the gore meter, and a full 5 out of 5 on the chills goosebump factor. I had goosebumps this entire film. I've been watching horror movies my entire life, and I had goosebumps through this entire movie. My personal story with this movie is real quick. I was flirting with one of my coworkers, leaning over their shoulder, and they were watching TikTok, and it was a TikTok of the guitar scene in the second movie, which I also watched. Luckily, I collect all this shit behind me, so I went home that night, had it on the shelf, put it in, and enjoyed the hell out of it. It was a great evening. This is a fantastic horror movie. Unfortunately, the special feature is very lackluster. There are 3 6-minute featurettes about the film. That is day 3 of 31 Nights of Halloween.